We will open these up and just work with all of them at the same time here. To begin with, you'll notice there's a lot of the possible date functions up above. That's not everything that's available, but will give you access to playing with these formulas and trying them out. You'll see some examples here, some equations and how they're used, and the equations are here on the right so that you can see them as well. We won't go through each one of these right now, but we'll go through some of the more important ones down below. Here are some examples of useful functions. First, we will look at the date difference. This calculates the number of days, months, or years between two dates. So I can say the date difference between January 1st, 1976 and April 4th, 2007 is 11,062 days. Now it's doing it in days here because we've given it that parameter. We also could examine it how many months old or how many years old that invoice or that person would be. Another very important function is the today function. It doesn't take any arguments, but it returns the current date on your machine. This is updated whenever the worksheet is recalculated or when you change one of the inputs to it. Take a moment and see how many days old you are. When Excel works with dates, it automatically reformats the cell to be a date. If you want to see how many days old you are, you have to right-click on this, do Format Cells, and change it either to a number or to General. It looks like I would be 9,884 days old. Again, we could change that to months or years and try those values as well. 324 months. Let's look at some other possible applications of using math with dates. If we want to know what the date will be 15 days from now, we could type in the formula here, today plus whatever's in B64 or 15, and it will say, well, that's February 7th. In this case, 2017. If the number of days exceeds the end of the month or year, Excel will automatically adjust to the correct date because the underlying number is correct either way. We can also type this out as a text phrase. You notice here we have the phrase, today is Monday, January 23rd, 2017. To get this, we use the formula as outlined here below. Today is in quotes with a space, and then concatenated, or use an ampersand, concatenated another string, text of the function today, bringing up the underlying data, but how I want it to be formatted. In quotes, I put DDDD. That gives me the day of the week. If I only use 3 days, it would be MON or TUE. And then I want it to show a comma, and then I've put 4 M's. That gives the full name of the month, January, February. If I only use 3 M's, it would be JAN, FEB, DEC, and so forth. I use D for the date. If I wanted to include 2 digits always in the date, like 01, 02 through 09, and then 10, 11, and so forth, then I'd put 2 D's there. I put a comma, and then I put 4 Y's for a 4-digit year. Thus, we've taken and turned this underlying data into a sentence with the date. Another function you'll use often is now. Now returns the underlying date and time, all into one number. Now I get Monday, January 23rd, comma, 2017, 8:58 a.m. Again, this is recalculated every time we do something in the spreadsheet that causes it to recalculate. Sometimes it is useful to timestamp your worksheet to put in a date or time that's not going to change as above with these numbers. It's very easy to do. We can just simply do the following. I hold the Control key down, and I usually do it with my little finger, and click on the semicolon. You'll notice it puts in the date. Now it's really the underlying number, but it's static. It is no longer a function. To get the time, I hold the Control Shift and the colon, and it gives me the current time on my machine. To get both date and time, I'll hit Control, semicolon, space, Control, Shift, colon. There I have it as a number in my machine, and it's formatted for the spreadsheet. I can reformat it as I want, but it's not going to change. It's static. Alternately, we could have created a static value by using the function now and then going up in the function bar and pressing the F9 key, which turns that function into just the value. And when we hit enter, it is a static value as well.